And today, because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are quite literally a week away, and I'm vibrating with excitement, me and my, I guess, friend, Winnie's boyfriend slash husband, decided, it would be fun. Let's do some Pokemon ranking. So, Slash, are you there? Some Pokemon ranking.
I can't hear you if you're talking. I don't know why.
Oh, shit. There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you. We're very excited for Scarlet and Violet, so I thought it would be a fun thing if we tried to, over the course of the next week or 2 or 3 weeks, try to rate how we like all the Pokermen.
And this is gonna be difficult for me because I've always had the mindset of like I like all Pokemon, but now I have to sit here and like actually judge them. So
Yeah, I mean, I can find redeeming things about every Pokemon, but I think that there's like some things that I dislike about others. Like there's obviously others that are a lot better than, as far as like, I guess we can take into consideration like if you'd use them, how you like their design, how you like, all this stuff. But I mean, I'm sure there's a couple that we'll disagree on, and there's a couple that will both be like S tier, and then we'll just move on. So like,
let me say hi to the chat real quick. We have Dat Damn Doctor, Vast Ravioli, Evil Little McNuggets. Ew, why would you stream with a nerd, Cybersqueak? Well, yeah, well,
yeah, well,
John Fishman and the Cornville Nightmare. Have you all seen the Gen 9? Don't tell Slash about them because Slash will drive to your house and punch your face.
yeah, I'm not trying not to look at the leaks because I like to play the game and see them then. Like, I guess I'm weird, but I mean, I've seen a couple. Like, if Cybersqueak is really like, dude, this one's so fucking awesome, I'd be like, all right, I guess you can show me that
I
one.
guess. Yeah, no, I've seen all of them, and I was hit or like at first when I saw them, I was like, I don't know, but like the more I see them, the more I kind of like them. So
That's classic Pokemon. So like, especially now, I guess because you and I are old enough that like, we've been fans since Gen 1, and like the design and concepts of Pokemon have changed so drastically. Like if you looked at just Gen 1 and then looked at even Gen 8, concepts are totally different. The drawing style, the concept, all that stuff.
oh,
Um,
Cornville Nightmare, that's a mood.
I like the gay bird. Um, so like Gen 1 and even like Gen 1 and Gen 2 are just one big gen. Like a
Yeah.
lot of Gen 2 Pokemon were just
Well,
cut Gen 1
I was gonna
Pokemon and
say
stuff.
Gen 2 was literally like the leftovers of Gen 1, and they
Yeah.
were like,
So
let's
like
make it into a second game.
I consider those together. The like Gen 3 is when it really changed. Like when designs really branched out and became not cartoonish but more
Abstract,
like
I guess you could say.
abstract. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Because it went
And
from just
so
like animals to just like here's concepts and objects
yeah.
and stuff like that. Though
So like
though sometimes the patterns aren't like definite like that. Because I mean, like for
no.
example, objects you have like Voltorb, he's a fucking Pokeball.
Right, and like we've seen the one leaked Pokemon, the one that people just say is just an animal. Like
Oh
you
my
and I have
god,
both
yeah,
seen that one.
yeah.
But like when it comes down to the concept of it, like you said, people bitch that all this stuff is like so too complex, and then they just give you like a more standard modernized like animal, and people are like, "This is so fucking stupid.
It's just an animal, and I'm like,
Whereas,
yo, I love him. Leave him alone.
right, it's what you do with that concept. Like, I mean, fucking Litten, even though I love Litten, it's just a black cat
Yeah,
with red whiskers.
it's just
But like,
just a kitty cat.
it's what also informs your opinion about the character is obviously how well it does in battle, which I feel like people too often will only be like, oh, this Pokemon, it's bad because I can't use it to like defeat the Elite
Yes.
Four, which is bullshit because I love gimmick Pokemon. Like I love Pokemon that are just like,
I
hey,
was
it's a penguin with an ice cube on its head. Like that's cool.
I was gonna say, haha, that's cool. Now,
Uh,
I used to be involved in the competitive scene, and I might get back into it when Scarlet and Violet come out. But like, one of my favorite things to do was to make gimmick teams in competitive. So like, using abnormal Pokemon for the tiers because the unofficial competitive has like tier ladders, and a lot of times you'll see like for instance, last gen, Sword and Shield, you would see stuff like, I'm trying to think of examples here. You'd see a lot of like intimidate strategies. You would see
Mm-hmm.
Colossal getting hit with Aqua Jet to boost its stats with a weakness policy, stuff like very standard stuff that you'd see everybody use. So like when somebody throws a wrench in that and they use an abstract or like an abnormal strategy, it can really fuck with the meta, and I love doing that shit.
Yeah, I like typically, so when I play through a new gen, I only use new Pokemon. So like I don't like, maybe in the beginning when like, you go in Route 1 and there's two new Pokemon and three old ones and you need like a Pokemon on your team to defeat the
Right.
gym. But like my teams are always
Well, you're not gonna
new.
have
So
that.
like
You're not gonna have that in Scarlet and Violet because you can go anywhere.
that's true.
Yeah,
So I
you
could
can.
just pick up
Yeah.
whoever,
The
you know
the
what I mean?
only
So
thing the only thing I've heard is there isn't level scaling, so like if you do that, you run the risk of getting your ass handed to you.
oh, I mean, they did that in Sword and Shield with the Wild
Yeah.
Area. If you went into the back of the Wild Area, you'd get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like when you had to go from when you had to make it to Hammerlock after like the third gym, you had to avoid all the Tyrannotars and shit. Like you'd be like, oh god, he's level 65 and I'm 18, and if I get into a battle, you better hope you have a Pokédoll with you, or else you're just gonna get your team destroyed.
What's the first game you recommend new players try? Oh god, that's a good one.
Honestly, you could, if you have a Switch, play Sword and Shield, because it is very so like Pokemon games only like minutely advance gen to gen. Like
Yeah.
if you played Gen 8 and then played Gen 1, it's totally different.
Like I would
Like
say yeah, I'd agree with play like the latest one just due to quality of life because let's be real, everybody's always bitching about like, there's the experience share that's turned on and this and that.
that's awesome.
Nobody likes to fucking grind. Like
I hate
it's
grinding.
boring.
It's so bad.
So just
Like
fucking get the newest game, or if you can't afford that, um, you can do an emulator of like I don't know, like a Gen 5. Like Gen
so
5 is a pretty good one too.
or yeah, or even if you want to get that old feeling, get Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, because it is the old game, but it has more advances from the newer games, like no HM slave and stuff. Like like when Gen 7 dropped and they were like, "Hey, you don't need to have a Pokemon in your party that knows all these moves. You're just going to get
Oh
them
my
as you
god,
go
yeah.
along."
Yeah.
So much better. You didn't have to have a barrel in your fucking party the entire time you played Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So like that EXP share, so like it does help keep your team balanced, because typically
Mhm.
what happens in like gens 1 through 6 is your starter Pokemon will just be like, because that's what you use. I mean, I like using my starter Pokemon. It's like they are at level 38 and the rest of your team's 27, but now with the EXP share,
They're
it's
pretty
only a few
balanced,
level
yeah.
difference. Like, because I'm playing through Sword and Shield one last time before Scarlet and Violet comes out, and what I did, because I didn't want to have to wait to get to the later routes and stuff, I once I got to the breeder in this save file, I transferred over like the Pokemon I wanted to from my original save file into this, and then bred. So my team is Cinderace, Barracuda. Wait, sorry, Barracuda. Wait, is that, or it's Arascuda?
I was
Anyway,
gonna say Aracuda.
Barracuda. Yeah, yeah. And then it's like Impidimp, Creepy, um, uh, Toxtricity, and who's my other one?
You sent it to us. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Yeah, shit. Who was it? It's Impidimp. Arascuda. Well, I'll remember. But um, I can actually figure it out right now. But anyway, but my point is, like, I wanted to just play through the game with like a team that I wanted, instead of
Yeah.
having, because I wanted to raise them from like all level 1 together.
Eorig says he doesn't know a Chaltazord from a Nuzmind. Well, Eorig, you're gonna know because we're gonna rank these Pokemon, so you'll have plenty of time to like look at them. All right, so
um,
Bulbasaur.
so just real quick, do you want to uh when we like maybe get through Gen 1, because we actually designed our own Fakemon that we were going to show you guys. We kind of like did a cool little competition. So you want to do that after like Gen 1?
Yes, that'll be fun.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Bulbasaur.
I want to put him in S rank.
Yeah, put him in there. I really like Bulbasaur, just because like it's what I look for in like a starter Pokemon. Like the first stage is someone who's cute, who can be your friend, like all that
And
stuff.
he's
And
a frog.
and he's a frog, yes. But I like his whole line. Like I think Bulbasaur's the I like the most in the line, but we can put Bulbasaur right up there with fucking mom. Yeah, S tier is mom tier. Just so
Mom
you know.
tier.
Can we change it? Can you change it?
Let me see. Hold on. I can.
Okay.
There. People could be like, "What the fuck is mom tier?" So Ivysaur, I actually probably wouldn't put in S rank. I'd probably put in A rank. Cause
we'll do A. I was gonna say B, but it's not that bad. So I'll do. Oh, it's Orbeetle's my other one. So I have Toxtricity, Orbeetle, Cinderace. Eventually, will be a Dragapult, Impidimp, which is going to be, why am I blanking on the names right now?
to be fair, Gen 8, like, it's still a newer gen, so I still haven't learned all the names yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's a Grimmsnarl, and then I didn't use like, just to go back real quick, like what we were saying, like Aeroscuta and that whole line, like it's not a Pokemon that I would ever think to use because it's just like a fish Pokemon kind of thing. But like, I like how fast it is. So I do like I said, people are like, oh, this Pokemon isn't strong enough. I do like using weaker Pokemon, but like, yeah, it's Barrascuda.
I was gonna say Barrascuda is actually in the competitive thing. It's actually
super fast.
I was gonna say in competitive, he's actually in the overused tier, which is like the second highest tier besides like Ubers, which Ubers is like kind of anything goes almost.
Mm-hmm. I mean, his speed stat is base 136, which is absolutely insane, and his attack is 123. The rest of his stats are like 60, but like, if I'm in a tough battle and like the last Pokemon has like 10 HP points left and I need to get a first hit off, it's just Barrascuda all day. You just hit him with like a dive or something, and you crush him. But anyway.
All right, we have 3 different forms of Venusaur, so.
Okay.
So Gigantamax Venusaur, what do you think?
I give it a B. I like how it's like a weird, like almost pot smoking shroom sort of guy. He's like, ugh, like he looks like he's like high. But I give it a B. I like it, but not like as much as some other.
I feel like they could have done something better than just the flower covering it, but it's not a horrible design.
Well, I think they had to. If they didn't have a Mega for Venusaur, I feel like the Mega would have been.
That's how I feel. I feel like for the Gigantamax, they should have just made it like the Megas or something. That would have been cool.
Right. Like, not, in my opinion, not all Megas can be Gigantamax forms. Like, I do, like, I like Gigantamax designs better than a lot of Mega designs because I feel like Megas are just growing what's on them or giving them spikes and stuff, where Gigantamax has allowed you to a more creative freedom. But Venusaur's Mega would look great as a Gigantamax with like a huge flower growing out of the back of it and stuff. But yeah, Gigantamax, I'd give it a B. What would you give it?
Yeah, no, I agree with B. It's like I said, it's cool, but like not cool enough. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like they could have done more with it. Now Venusaur's Mega, I give that an A. That's A.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
give it an A too. Yeah,
because it's like it goes off of it goes off of like the whole like back plant thing like in a better way than,
right
than
the whole line is like that plant's growing, and I like how in the Mega it becomes even more like a small forest kind of like it's almost like Turtwig's line, or like continues to grow.
Now what about Venusaur, just base Venusaur? How do you feel?
I give it a B.
I'm stuck between A or B. Like, I like it a lot.
So, I think it's one of the better Gen 1 Pokemon, but, like, it's just, what I like to see with, like, starter lines is, like, not just a bigger version of the thing it was before. Like,
that's true.
More changes, where I feel like the Bulbasaur line doesn't change too much. Like, it's mainly the flower that's changing, so it's not really its fault. I still like its design, but I'd give it a B.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. Charmander.
A.
A? I'm thinking B, but I might be a little biased.
Oh, So I was giving it an A because I do like he is a cute Pokemon, but he is very like he does suffer from Gen 1 where he is like you and I were looking at like redesigned concepts of Gen 1 Pokemon and the Charmander one we looked at was so cool.
Mm.
Or you can keep him very minimalist, but like you change his head shape and all this stuff. So you talked me into it. I'll give it a B.
Listen, we're not saying Charmander's bad. It's just he's not living up to his full design potential.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I've never liked Charmeleon. I don't.
it's
It's just
so, I think it's
not
the head.
good.
I think it's the head duber. The head duber does it
and
for
his
me.
color changes too much. He like turns like, and I get why he's red, like because he's like,
Well,
race
he
shit,
changes
but, like,
from red. He changes from orange to red back to orange. So it kind of
Right.
doesn't really feel like a natural cohesion to me.
So I'd give it a C.
Yeah, C is what I feel it. Now, as much as I hate how much attention they give to Charizard, I will say that I think Gigantamax Charizard is S tier.
It's S tier. No,
It's
Gigantamax
really fucking
Charizard
cool.
is fucking sick. It's really cool.
I hate Charizard at this point just from oversaturation, but I will say the Gigantamax form is cool. And for those
I
for those who don't know, Gigantamax is like the gimmick of Gen 8 and it literally just makes them big. And like not
and
every
double it increases their HP and then they get like a super good like ability. Well, not ability, but their signature move gets like a cool ability. Like
yeah.
either it'll put you to sleep after hitting them and stuff. But yeah, what I like about the Gen 1 starter Gigantamaxes is I like those diamond shapes that they all carry throughout. Like it sort of links them all.
Mhm.
But I just really like I just think Gigantamax Charizard's sweet.
Cuz
Like,
they use the fire elements like really well.
Yes. What I was telling you, because when I started playing Sword and Shield 2 weeks ago, had they not introduced Charizard Gigantamax form in that, like, if we didn't know about it, that opening scene when
Would have been
Leon's
amazing.
Charizard Gigantamaxes, you'd be like, what the fuck is that? Like, but yeah, that his Gigantamax form's sick.
I want to say Mega Charizard X is also S tier cuz it's just again a sick design to me.
I do like how they make him dragon. I like his blue flame. But his two megas have always been like A to me. Like,
Well, see, Charizard Y I could see being kind of A, but Charizard X is always like competitively Charizard Y is better, but design-wise I'm just like Charizard X just looks cooler.
Well, to me, I like the Gigantamax form better than both. Like, I
Right.
think it's better, so that's why I would say like I don't think I can give X or Y an S tier because I think that they aren't as good as Gigantamax. So I would give X an A.
I can compromise with you there, but I do still think it's S tier, but it's like high A then. Like if you average it together.
Mhm.
Y though I'm gonna say is a B.
Yeah, B, because it is so in fairness, X does take the mega concept in a better way where it changes him more, whereas Y suffers from just giving him spikes.
Yeah,
so, like,
which is like it's a good design, but it's not.
I
Yeah.
like when I mega evolve him in Pokemon Go, like I like using him and he looks cool. Like his 2D art doesn't really do it justice, but still, like I really like his big long wings. But it is just what if Charizard but spikes? So
Yeah,
I'll give it a B.
yeah. Now base Charizard, I'm a little torn because it's a classic design, but it's also I don't know. I don't really like Charizard that much. So like A
I
is
think-
kind of what I'm
I think-
thinking.
Yeah. I think just because we're now biased towards him because of how much love he gets, which is understandable because he is a good marketable Pokemon to have.
Just like Pikachu, so.
Right. So, I think he suffers from the switch to 3D. He kind of becomes more dumpy almost.
Yeah.
Whereas,
yeah.
like, in his original, like, his, like, Gen 3 to 5 sprites are, like, pretty fucking cool. But,
Maybe like an A or a B.
yeah. So I want to say B, but we'll go A.
I mean, we can go B. It's.
Yeah, I just B. I don't think normal Charizard is as good as his other forms. Obviously, that makes sense because they wanted to make him better with his new forms. Like, they
Right.
wanted to redesign it, but I'll give him a B.
Squirtle, I think, is A tier.
A, yep, I give it an A.
because he's just a little guy.
Yeah, he's like I said, as long as the starter's cute, they're A or S.
Now
I don't think-
what about Wartortle?
I don't like War Turtle only because it makes no sense in its evolution line. It it seems out of like there's Squirtle and then Blastoise, which are just mainly turtles, whereas War Turtle has like this weird fur and ears and stuff. So I think it's just like doesn't work in the line. So I'd give it a B.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, it's not a. I like the design. It's just I could see what you're saying.
If
It's
it was
not really cohesive.
if it was a different Pokemon, like this is, it's like a 2-stage. This is its pre-evolved form, and it evolves into something else. Like or let me say this: if Blastoise looked any different, if it looked more like Wartortle, then it would be a better design to me. But I just feel like it's so out of place.
Yeah. Now Gigantamax Blastoise, I think the concept is cool. I just don't think it looks very good. So
I love, like I said, I love the concept of all the huge guns on its back. But
it's kind of given C to me, to be honest.
Yeah, C. I think it's my least favorite of the Gen 1 starter Gigantamaxes, so we'll go C.
And I kind of, not gonna lie, I kind of have the same feeling about the Mega. Like, I like it, but it's just not
I
as
like it more than the
appealing.
Gigantamax, so we can give it a B.
Yeah.
Like I do like it. I do like it better, but it again is just, hey, let's give it a big old cannon instead of two
Which
cannons.
it makes sense why they would do that, but I don't know. It doesn't look
I will
great.
say I like the turtle shells on its arms though. Like I like how they
Same.
put,
They're just like, have
turtle
some more
on it.
shells.
Yeah.
Now, I'd say standard Blastoise is probably an A.
Yeah, I'll give it an A. I like I said, it is out of left field given it cannons, but it's just like one of those Pokemon. Like, as I use Squirtle a lot, and like so Blastoise was always like awesome to have. Like, I just love how big he is and sort of how, I don't know, like he's such like a protector. Like if you're a little kid and you have a Blastoise, you know what
He's
I mean?
gonna
Like
kick your ass.
Right. So yeah, I'll give it an A.
Now we're getting to out of starter territory. Caterpie.
I think Caterpie does a great job of making a little caterpillar cute, so I'd give it an A.
Yeah, he's just a little guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Metapod. I don't even know how to feel about Metapod, because for the longest time I thought this little point here was its nose.
But here's the thing: it's not your fault because it's been shown that way in art different times.
Like, I didn't realize this was the face. I thought this was the face over here.
Honestly, I get that it's supposed to be a cocoon Pokemon. I think later on, like, some cocoon Pokemons are better, but I honestly give Metapod a D. Like, I just
it's. I mean, it's the we'll get into Kakuna, but it could have been done better. Now let's see. Gigantamax Butterfree.
I like Gigantamax Butterfree. I give it an A.
Yeah, it's, while it does follow the trend of like we just gave it bigger wings, it looks nice.
Yes, I love its, like, especially in game, it has like that nice reflective sort of wings.
Yeah, so I'd say either a high B or like a low A.
Yeah, so either one you put it in should be fine.
Standard Butterfree.
You know what? F, because it broke my heart as a kid. No.
Oh my god.
I like a B or C. I like it, but it's just like I'll say B.
Yeah, I was thinking B. It's good, and I've used it competitively in a couple instances, but like it's I don't know. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
Weedle.
C. I don't think it's as good as Caterpie.
I mean,
But-
maybe. I don't know. I like him though. Yeah, no, actually, yeah, I like Caterpie more though.
I just think he's better than, because what we had Caterpie in B, right, or A?
A. Caterpie's an A.
Oh, then we'll give Weedle a B.
Now, Kakuna, I think, is a better designed cocoon Pokemon.
Yes. Yeah. I think I'd have to go with
I'd say like at least a C.
Yeah, I think it's a step up, so I'd give it a C.
Mega Beedrill is honestly maybe in like A tier to me because it's
And,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
I really like it. I like its symmetry, like when it's in its 3D sprite, like when it attacks, it makes like a point, like it spreads its legs out and stuff. So I also love its new like lower half, like with that texture and those like indents and stuff like
Right.
that. So yeah, I'd give it an A.
Now standard Beedrill. Mm,
C. It's just the B
you,
Pokemon with
you
horns
said C?
drills. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I was stuck between B or C, and I mean it's again when we rate these, I like all Pokemon. It's just some of them hit harder than others. Now
Unless we say we fucking hate it, then you can relax. You know, we do like it. It's just how it compares to others. Basically, what we're trying to do.
Pidgey.
So Pidgey is just a bird. Um, but I've always loved Pidgey because I always have to use it in Kanto. But design
Honestly,
wise,
it's just kind of an uninspired bird, so it's kind of D for me.
I was gonna say C. It's just like when you look at like Caterpie, it takes that concept but makes it cute and changes it. Whereas Pidgey, like both Pidgey and what we'll get to it in Spearow, they're just birds.
Yeah.
Like their evolutions are better, but
A Cookie Whoopie Pie is the size of a Weedle bug.
yeah, size of a Weedlebug. I guess I'll go with you. We can put it in D.
It's yeah, it's
And it also is fucking annoying because it sand attacks you to death, and you can never hit it when you start your
Yeah.
fucking game in Kanto.
Pidgeotto, it is again just kind of a bird.
I like Pidgeotto a lot.
I'd
Maybe
say
it's
maybe
because of
C.
Ash's Pidgeotto, but yeah, I'd go C.
Mega Pidgeot, I don't really care about. It's the one Mega I never really used.
Yeah.
I don't really like the design. Like it's cool, but like it doesn't. I just don't like it personally.
Mm. I mean, I like it. Like I would give it a B because I like it the color. Like I like the color
Right.
change to it. I do like its weird long like head tail, but yeah, it feels like there could have been something more done to the rest
Like
of
it's
it.
just a Pidgeot with like bigger feathers, basically.
Yeah. So, what do you think? C?
Yeah, I was thinking C.
But yeah, we'll compromise on that one.
Pidgeot. Now, weirdly enough, I like Pidgeot more than the other ones.
Yes, I mean I've always loved Pidgeot. I it just I honestly would give Pidgeot an A.
I was
Like
thinking B because it's still like the bird, but it's like a cooler bird.
okay, we'll go B. Yeah, I've always, like I said, I always use it in my Kanto playthroughs,
Right.
and I just have, like you said, it is a bird, but there's just something. It's like majestic almost. I
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
like its tail and its head feathers and stuff like that. So
Oh boy, a Alolan Rattata.
you know what? I like it better than like Cantonian Rattata. I would give for its design. I would give Cantonian a D, so I would have to give Alolan a C.
Okay. It's just the rat.
It's just a rat. Which again, it's not its fault. It's Gen
It's
1.
Gen
But
1.
like,
So
when it,
our ratings will be a little more like harsher on future gens cuz it's better like more concepts.
right.
Now, what about Raticate both forms?
Honestly, I feel like they're both D. I just don't
Yeah.
care for Raticate.
I mean, okay, Alolan Raticate's kind of ugly. Yeah, I could go D for both cuz they're I've never really used them that often.
No.
Spearow.
Where did we have Pidgey?
Pidgey's a D tier.
Uh, See, I think Spearow takes it a little bit more, makes it a little bit more different than like a bird.
So like
So
C.
I'd probably give it a C.
Fearow is cool though. I like Fearow.
Yeah, I'd put it in B. I think it's a step up from its pre-evolution. Like,
Uh,
I do like like we said, like Pidgeot and Furo, like they do look more like what you would want a Pokemon to look like. Like yes, they have the concept of a bird, but like they've become more sort of less real life-ish, kind of.
Right.
So yeah.
Ekans.
Uh, honestly, D, just because it's just a cartoon purple snake.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see that. However, Arbok is cool.
Yes,
I want to
I
give
do
Arbok
like Arbok.
either an A or B, just for the fact that each game, it's up until I think Gen 6, all of the
Yeah, they
patterns
were
on it were
different
different.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like Arbok better. Like I said, it comes off more like a Pokemon. I like its hood and its design.
I think
Just
maybe
looking at the
B.
Pokemon we have, just like yeah, Pokemon we have in A, I think it works better with the Pokemon in B, so I'll say B.
Also, I have to use the bathroom really quick. Can you keep the chat occupied?
Sure. Lauren's wet salad. Well, we apologize. You know, we're just trying to come to a compromise of the rankings. So if you would like to do a rankings, you know, please do your video, and we'd love to hear your reasoning behind it. You know, everybody has like an opinion, man. But try Rat's not A tier. Try telling that to people in Western Asia, North Africa. Oh man. I do, yeah, I do like, so Rocket Fuel Foreskin, the names are made up after they design the Pokemon. It's done by like the marketing and gaming department. So like the design, like people who design Pokemon don't get to name their Pokemon. Like they can say, hey, you know, I designed this concept as like a bird and like I don't know, a bird, like an ice bird. So I want it to be, you know, like this. They'll take it into your consideration, but it comes down to like what the story department and stuff want to name the Pokemon. So like, even though that's their names, it's not really like the designer, saw it as that way. But I do like the names. Hey, Blue Boy. Yeah, I'm here for this. Yeah, I think we're going pretty quick. I mean, we just won't stop talking about stuff. But like we said, the Cyrus Week and I were like, hey, why don't we do like we designed our own Fakemon, so we wanted to show it off. So like we did a randomizer, like what type of animal or what type of concept, and then its types. So then we each drew our own line based on that. And our concepts are wildly different, which I was happy to find out. Like when we were like sketching and talking about it, our design, like our lore, our designs, everything is completely different. I was super worried that we were going to come to the exact same thing though. Keep the same energy with all the rats. Pika, teacher. Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about Pikachu.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, Lawrence Wet Salad is very upset with us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, we don't dislike these Pokemon. It's just design-wise, they could be a little different, you know?
Yeah.
Now, Gigantamax Pikachu is S tier, and I don't want to hear any kind of arguments against.
Yeah, I like its big fat body and its cool electric tail.
He's chunky, and he's like he's a callback to like the OG Pikachu.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. Yeah, like it's not just hey, let's give him electric tail. Like they went, hey, let's like, because if you look at the official art of Pikachu, like he is chunky like that, and then they like slimmed him down. So
yeah. Now, standard Pikachu, I'd probably give like a B.
Pikachu is, you know, obviously like the fourth starter, so I think it does good in its like what the starter is supposed to be,
and
not even taking into consideration Ashes. But
I was gonna say, I think also like despite the preconceived like biases we have because it's the mascot, like it does a pretty good job at like conveying like friend energy, like starter friend energy.
Yes, it's yeah, yeah. So yeah, we agree. Yeah.
Now, Alolan Raichu, I want
S tier.
S tier.
I love it.
It's so good. I love Alolan Raichu.
I love it because I dislike Cantonian Raichu. I just feel
like I love Cantonian Raichu too.
I was gonna give it a C.
Oh, I was gonna give it an A.
Oh, well, B then.
But yeah, no, Alolan Raichu is the Pokemon that I saw that got me excited for Sun and Moon. I was like, holy shit.
I like the typing, and I like how it's just like a cool boy. Like I love also his his shiny form is the best. He's like a little chocolate surfer. Like he
He is. He also has blue eyes in reference to the surfing Pikachu from the anime.
Ooh.
So there's that
And
little.
right, also that concept about, going back, 20 years, there's that surfing Pikachu, so I like how they
Yeah.
implemented it because it's the Hawaiian region, so
Mhm.
they gave us a surfer one. But like, okay, so let me rephrase. So Raichu, I don't dislike Raichu.
I like
It just
Raichu more
it
than I like Pikachu.
Yeah, I think I like Pikachu more than Raichu, but I just feel like Raichu is classic, just a bigger form of its pre-evolved form. Like it does get like a more spike and a more electric tail, but I don't know. I just even as a kid, I was disappointed in the evolution of Pikachu. That's all. So
Uh, Sandshrew.
Alolan Sandshrew is an A for me. I love its
Yes.
redesign. I love its igloo ears, and I love how it spins on its side. I think it does a great job.
Yes!
And I also I do like Cantonian Sandshrew. It is one of my more favorite, but I think I like Alolan better, so I would have to give Cantonian a B.
See, I like them both, so I think it would end up in B anyways. But like, I feel like Cantonian Sandshrew is an A for me too.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep our roles the same. Like if it's like, oh, well, this form, I guess we could say that it's the same, but yeah, give it an A. Put it up there.
They're
Copy and
both
do it.
they're both good on their
Like-
own merits.
Right. I like what I like is I like how it doesn't change the concept a lot, but does. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
Like,
like
it's
it's still
one of
like
my
a
more
little guy, but like it's an
Yes.
ice little guy.
and I love how different they both are, but look exactly the same. It's one of my more favorite regional variants. So yeah, I don't know what I was talking about. We'll give it an A.
Sandslash, I feel like at least the Alolan one is S tier.
Yeah, I do like the Alolan Sandslash.
I mean the spikes on its back being ice, and it's just
I like its cool steel. hands and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So I'd give Alolan S tier. Standard Sandslash would be like high A for me.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I like this line. It's one of my like this is an evolution that like I understand. I just said that Raichu is like Pikachu with spikes, whereas obviously Sandshrew and Sandslash are just Sandslash is a Sandshrew with spikes, but it's not. It evolved like that's what an evolution should look like, at least to me. Like more like I like how it adds in the claws and stuff, and so I think
So-
it's different. I think it's different than a Pikachu to Raichu, like
Right.
Sandshrew to Sandslash. So yeah, it's definitely A.
Nidoran female, I'm feeling kind of C. I don't
Yeah,
really like it that much.
it's cute, but it's just like even kind of both of them, male and female. I think they're fine.
Yeah. Did you want me to go ahead and put just male and female in C?
Sure. Now-
Nidorina, I feel like is more B.
B. Yeah, I like Nidorina more. Yeah.
Nidoqueen, I'm kind of tempted to give it A just because it has titties, but also why does it have titties?
Yeah, it's like a high B, low A for me. Like I've always liked Nidoqueen. It is bizarre to me that it can't breed, but like
It can't breed with fucking Nidoking. You know, its
doesn't make any
counterpart.
sense.
Yeah, I feel it's
Doesn't make any
B.
sense.
Put it in B for
Yeah, B.
boobies.
So Nidorino.
I feel like it's A. I really
Yeah,
like the design.
Yeah. It's one of the first Pokemon you ever see because it's in the opening cutscene. But
I think it's
do-
I really think it's a perfect transitional between Nidoran and Nidoking.
Right. So I like how it shows like this is supposed to show like gender. This is like the original gender differences, even though they're all completely separate. Well, no, not
They're coded as separate Pokemon.
yeah. So yeah, I'd give it a B.
Okay. Okay. Nidoking? A tier? Because
A
he's cool
tier.
as fuck.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I like his typing.
Yeah, Poison Ground is pretty good. Okay, so this is where we might differ. Clefairy and Clefable are like my favorite Pokemon, so
I know they are. And Cookie Whoopie Pie, Rhydon
Rhydon
was the first one.
Yeah, Rhydon was the first one designed. trying to think
And
what.
then it was like a Gen 2 Pokemon or something what we but regardless anyway. Clefairy I would give A because it's super cute.
Yes.
It's almost like another starter.
Well, it was
Um,
originally going to be the mascot for Pokemon.
that's right, it was. Yep. Clefable, to me Clefable is like B. I like Clefairy better than Clefable,
You
but
killing me
I
here.
do like how it's like we just went from Nido King, like this hardcore like spiky like cool Pokemon, and then we get like this little fluffy cool thing.
Listen, Clefairy and Clefable are very good.
And we'll both put it in A. It's okay. I'll concede.
No, I was actually gonna put it in B, but if you want to concede to put it in A, I will gladly put him there.
I want to continue this stream and not you just like
Filibuster,
so.
a filibuster about why
Filibuster.
Clefairy and Clefable need to be in S tier.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of S tier, I think Alolan Vulpix should probably be in either A or S.
No, I agree. I'm trying to figure out which one, S or A. Like I think so. I think it's on par. Like so. Here's my thinking. I like Alolan, like the Sandshrew differences. Like I said, it looks the same but a lot different. Whereas at first glance, Alolan and Cantonian Vulpixes look very similar. They just
Right.
look like recolored. So,
But
I
then
think
you notice the differences in like the fluff of the hair,
fluff
and, like,
and
the
everything
tails.
like that. So I think I would have to give it an A.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Now
I think
what?
I give both A.
Yeah,
honestly.
they're both pretty good.
I think they do a good job in being a pre-evolved form.
Now what about Ninetales?
I think I like Cantonian Ninetales better than Alolan Ninetales.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like Alolan Ninetales is very good at selling that like mischievous like fairy nature, because like a lot of people think fairy is like cute little Clefairy like this, but it also refers to like very mischievous and mysterious type Pokemon. Excuse me.
Well, what do you think about them too? Like what tier do you think?
Honestly, I'd probably put them both in A.
Okay.
Okay. Jigglypuff. Now, I feel like a lot of people are gonna get pissed at our rating of Jigglypuff wherever we put it. Like, somebody's gonna be mad.
I honestly I feel like the line is C. And I think Clefable's the better pink 2 line. Like Jigglypuff, I get it's like a balloon Pokemon. Like
I
and
would
it
say
sings and all
I
that
would
stuff,
say
but, like,
Wigglytuff I could definitely see as a C, but Wigglypuff or Jigglypuff is probably a B to me.
okay.
Cuz it's a very iconic Pokemon, and it's just, I don't know, he's a cute
Sure.
little guy, but
That
Wiggly-
helps. The only reason it's iconic is because of the anime.
yeah,
like,
but Wigglytuff is ugly and I don't like it. Well, I like it, but you know what I mean? I'm just like, ew.
wasn't it original name like Pudding or something?
Something weird like that.
It was like food named. Yeah.
Zubat is a D. I don't. It's gross.
Yeah, it's D. 100%. Same with Golbat. Crobat saves this line.
Yeah, I
honestly.
don't hate them, but it's just like I guess because you
Again,
see them so often that like
yeah, we're
you-
taking everything into account because Zubat is fucking annoying.
Yeah.
So.
Oddish.
Oddish, I'd give a B.
I was
I
actually
think
thinking that
it's cute.
too. Yeah. He's cute, and it's like he's a little guy. He digs his little roots in, and he's just a little dude. Gloom.
Gloom, I love how ugly it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably also a B.
I was gonna put it, in B. Yeah. I think the whole line's B, honestly.
Yeah, well, once we get to Bellossom, but that I have feelings on Bellossom. Yeah, Vileplume's probably a B. Paris and Parasect.
I like the concept of the line, honestly. I like that like parasitic fungus that, because like Paris is like a bug, but then Parasect is basically just the fungus
mushroom,
now taking
yeah.
over. It's like it's not like I love that zombie fungus concept. I don't love the execution.
Yeah, it could be a little better. I'm thinking maybe B.
I'd like Paris more than Parasect. Honestly, I think I give Paris a B and Parasect a C.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Venonat. Mm, I don't know how I feel about Venonat, actually.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not...
like a Pokemon I don't ever think about. So like
Same. It's not, like, a bad design, but it's just one I
B
don't really think
maybe?
about. Like, yeah, I'm thinking B. Like, he's just a guy. He's just a little, like... He looks like a weird little bug guy.
He looks like a Pokemon though. Like I will say like he does
Yeah.
look like a Pokemon.
Uh,
Venomoth?
Venomoth, I'm probably thinking C. Because it's not a very inspired design.
I never liked it as an evolution of Venonat.
Yeah, so I'm thinking
Like,
C.
yeah, we'll give it C. Do you know that? So there's that conspiracy theory that
Oh my
Caterpie, like
god.
that Butterfree and Venomoth had switched because
I'm pretty sure Nintendo, like, debunked that because people
yeah,
kept asking them about it.
it does make sense though because Venonat and Butterfree look almost exactly alike, like
Yeah.
color scheme, eyes.
I mean, they're even in the same tier now. Alolan Diglett.
Honestly, I think I'd put this whole entire family in C.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking the same thing because it's like they're cool, but like they're just like because part of the gimmick is that they're underground. It doesn't really give you a lot to go off of.
Right, and I honestly love a Alolan Dugtrio just because it's
The
so
hair.
insane. And I understand the concept because of that like volcanic grass and stuff that grows, so it's supposed to be a joke like it's hair. I just feel like it's too wild for the general public to like I'm also thinking of somebody who doesn't play the game to see this Pokemon and be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the whole line's C.
Alolan Meowth.
C.
Yeah.
Galarian Meowth to me is an A.
Yes.
I really
I
like
love
Galarian
him. He's a
Meowth.
little dude. He's just like a little
Yeah.
fucking creature.
And I dislike a Alolan Meowth because it does not change enough. It's just a white
It's
Meowth.
just a like prissy.
Silver Meowth, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Like-
C.
Gigantamax Meowth? I think it's a B because I love its concept.
Yes!
I love it's a long cat.
Long cat, and he goes meow 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 when you Gigantamax him. Standard Meowth now.
I think I'd have to put it in B because I think it's better than Alolan, so I'd have to give it a B.
Yeah.
Alolan Persian.
Alolan Persian is A for me. I love it. It's so stupid.
I love how people hate it.
Yes.
But they don't understand its concept.
Oh, I love how stupid it is.
But I can't give it an A though. I would have to give it a B.
We're gonna give it a B. Okay. He's A in my heart. Standard Persian. I'm thinking either B or C, honestly.
B or C, yeah. Like my first gut instinct was C,
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's kind of how I
yeah.
feel.
I think
okay.
I think I like Alolan form better just because it's so stupid. And it's like supposed to be like that pampered cat that like
Right.
becomes kind of fat and inbred and all this stuff. It's like Persian is just like a panther with a gem in its head.
Right.
It does suffer from Gen 1 a little bit, but yeah, I'll give it a C. Even though I don't dislike it. It's just like
we like
yeah.
all these Pokemon.
I think I just like Alolan form better.
Psyduck.
It is just a rubber duck, but I've always sort of liked Psyduck because he's like thick and cute, and I feel bad because he has a headache all the time, so I would have to say B.
Yeah. Now, Golduck, I love Golduck, but it pisses me off that it doesn't have the secondary psychic typing, like, so
Mhm.
fucking much. Like, I'm so fucking angry it doesn't have the secondary psychic typing.
Yeah, so Golduck is a great like this is an evolution to me.
Right.
Like how well like cuz I like when there's like feeble Pokemon change into something badass. So like you obviously have Magikarp and Gyarados and stuff like you have Wimpod
Or
It's,
Integalisopod,
so, like,
yeah.
and Glisopod. So I think I'd probably have to give Golduck a B with Psyduck.
Yeah.
It would be A if it was psychic.
Yes! I'm...
Yeah.
The fact that they know they can learn psychic moves and they're not a psychic
And
type.
it's Psyduck.
And it
Like,
says
the whole line
that,
is
yeah,
Psyduck.
and it says that
And it
like
has a gem
it's
in its
unlocking
fucking
its
head.
psychic powers, and it's not a psychic type. Like, what the fuck?
Right. It has a headache because it's like psychic. Like, it's just like...
Mankey.
See, I like
Yeah.
it, but it's just a round monkey.
Yeah,
I think
I
there's
never
better monkey Pokemon later on.
I
I think
never
both are
use it.
C.
I never use them, so yeah, I'd go C.
A.
His-
Even if, not even an, like even an S, but I love Hisuian Growlithe.
He's so cute.
Both of them are A. This whole line for me is A. But,
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like Hisui and Arcanine is probably S.
S. Put him up in S and put the rest of them in A.
Because it's just such a badass
Arcanine has always
design.
been one of my... I honestly put both Arcanines in S's. I think Arcanine does a great... I mean, it's called the legendary Pokemon.
I was about to say it's legendary for a reason.
But like Arcanine is one of those Pokemon the line I always wish was real.
Right.
Because they're such... The way they're like, even in the anime and all that stuff, they're... Even in Hisui, like, their attitude and their personality is like what you would want in a dog Pokemon. So I just
Shoshank Subramaniam said, "Breaking news, y'all! Ash won the championship. About to lose to a fucking Pidgey at the start of the next season, though."
It's like with Snivy, yeah.
Oh my god!
It's like level 100 Pikachu loses to a level 5 Snivy in
Jesus
Unova.
Christ, yeah.
Shawshank. Yes, I do play Pokemon Go.
So y'all know what I'm about to do with this fucking Poliwag here. I'm about to put him.
Poliwag is A or S.
I was gonna say, he's probably.
He.
I don't want to give him.
Cute Pokemon.
I'm torn between A and S. I think more A.
A. Yeah.
Poliwhirl's probably a B.
Yes.
And
like
I
Poliwhirl.
don't like Poliwrath.
So I've come to like Poliwrath more, but I wish it looked different from Poliwhirl.
It's just angrier frogs, so it's the C for me.
I would give it a B with Poliwhirl.
Yeah, okay.
Like, no, maybe C. See, now you're kind of convincing me because I like Poliwhirl better, and it doesn't change enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say Poliwhirl is still cute, and like still like, oh yeah, I love using Poliwhirl on my team, and then you have Poliwrath, and you're like, it doesn't really look any different, and it now.
Politoed's an A though when we get to that.
Yeah,
so.
but and then you have the added psychic weakness, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of psychic,
Like,
Abra.
it would have been perfect if fucking Golduck was psychic, because then they would have been a great like counter line. Like, anyway. Abra, I'd give an A.
Yeah.
I like Abra.
I like Abra too, he's cool. Kadabra is probably a B.
E, yeah.
Mega Alakazam.
I've always really liked Mega Alakazam.
You want to give it an A?
Yeah.
And then Standard Alakazam. I feel like it's also either A or S, honestly.
Yeah, put in an
A.
But Machop, probably a B. I think he's cute, and even though he's a humanoid Pokemon, I think he does a good enough job to be different because he's like a dinosaur.
Yeah, so I like him. Machoke.
Machoke I've never really liked.
I'm thinking C, maybe.
C, yeah.
Because he's got toes, and I don't like that.
But I do like how, again, he looks like a dinosaur, though. But
Gigantamax Machamp.
I'd give it a B.
I'm actually feeling kind of C on it. It's just too weird. Like the inspiration for it, I'm not clearly seeing.
I just like how it's like erupting with like flame almost. Like,
yeah, I can give it a B just because it's different enough from standard Machamp.
It's what though I imagine Gigantamax is to be. Like they you need to make them like they're bigger than life, and I think it does that. Standard Machamp, probably give an A.
Yeah,
I like Machamp.
It's usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Bellsprout.
C.
Yeah, I'm thinking C. Honestly,
I think
for most of the line except for Victory Bell, I'm thinking C.
Yeah, Victory Bell to me is an A. I really like Victory Bell.
But Bellsprout and Weepinbell are just kind of
Yeah.
weird, just
So
gaping.
the Tentaline, I think both are B. I think they're
Yeah,
both. They both look like you could introduce them now and they'd be
they'd still fit in.
right. So I give them B.
Alolan Geodude. Maybe a B, because it's like it looks just like a normal Geodude, but you can see like the obvious inspiration with its new typing.
Yeah, I think Geodude and Graveler, I think they're all Bs. I really like the Golems though.
Same. I love
I,
Golem.
I
Golem
think
is like an A tier for me.
yeah, both Golems are A, and then the rest of the line is B. I love Alolan Golem but I also love how it shoots like an electric rock out of its head.
Right? I love his little fucking his like beard, his little iron
I've
ore
always loved.
beard.
I just always have even though it's such a
You don't get to
juxtaposition
use it. You don't
between.
get to use it that much because it's a trade Pokemon and it's a very
That's true.
strange evolution. But I like it
That's
a lot.
true. Yeah, I do like Golem. I do like how different it becomes from its line.
Yeah.
Like obviously Gravel is just a bigger Geodude with legs, but I think Golems work really well. So
Galarian Ponyta is very cute and I like it. I feel like it's an A tier.
yeah,
I feel like most of the line is an A tier, honestly. Like on both.
yeah, I don't. I'm disappointed in Galarian Rapidash because I really felt like it would be a Pegasus.
Yeah, I feel like Galarian Rapidash is B, and then the
Is
rest
B.
of them are A.
Yes, because I also love the Ponyta episode in the original anime. It's
Yes.
awesome when it evolves into Rapidash and it wins by a horn, so it's pretty sick. So yeah, just Galarian Rapidash is disappointing because even when they introduced Galarian Ponyta, like in that weird Glimwood Tangled 24-hour
yeah.
stream, at the end you hear Rapidash cry, and the Ponytas look up into the sky.
And you think
You're like,
it's
oh
gonna
shit,
be yeah.
Rapidash is gonna be a fucking Pegasus, but nope.
Galarian Slowpoke is probably a C to me because it's just Slowpoke with yellow on it.
I think both Slowpokes are C. I really like both Slowpokes, but I just think that they are just meh.
Yeah.
Now, I think the rest, like I really like Galarian Slowbro.
I like
think
Mega
that's an A.
Slowbro too.
Yeah, Mega. I that is what to me what a Mega should look like. Like I like how honestly it wouldn't have been a bad Gigantamax form too, but it
Yeah.
would look too similar to Sandaconda.
I feel like maybe Mega Slowbro would be a B.
Yeah, and I also think normal Slowbro would be a B.
I like Slowbro a lot for its competitive viability, so I'm tempted to give it an A. Because it's a very good tank. Like if you need a very tanky Pokemon that can regenerate health, is good at setting up stuff you need and just hitting hard. Like I think Slowbro, both Slowbros are A's.
Okay, I was just like I like Galarian better, but if we can give him an A.
Magnemite.
I like Magnemite. I like its design. I think it minimum of B, but I think Magneton is like a C or a D.
I think Magneton's a C. It's just three of them slapped together. It even says in the Pokedex they're just three of them slapped together.
Yeah.
So Magnemite I'm gonna give a B, and Magneton's a D. Galarian Farfetch'd.
I really liked Galarian Farfetch'd when it was introduced. Probably a B or an A.
I'm thinking B because it's
B.
it's you can see the what's going on. It's not too different from standard Farfetch'd. It's just got a bigger leak and it looks more.
It's kind of
off.
darker.
Yeah.
They just like darken it up. Original Farfetch'd.
Duck with a stick.
Duck with a stick. C.
Yeah, he's a C. Now Doduo and Dodrio, I actually really like them.
I like both of them. I like Doduo better. I think. Oh wait, no. I think at least both B. Minimum. It is Gen 1 in let's give it another head or another.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing, but I've always just liked them. I think they're fun. Honestly, I think they look better in 3D than their
Yeah, they do.
2D. But
Seal.
Seal is cute.
He's a C for me.
It's a Seal, so I think they're both C. I don't really care for Dewgong either.
They're just there.
Yeah. And
Uh,
they're again, or not again, we haven't even talked about it yet. They're in. How many ice water types do we need in Gen 1? Like
yeah, there's,
three fucking lines.
yeah. Alolan, Grimer. I can't words right now. Alolan Grimer.
So I think Alolan Grimer and Alolan Grimer's a B because I do like how I like its concept. I think original Grimer is like a C. Alolan Grimer I used in Alola and it's awesome,
Mm.
and I like its like rainbow stuff.
Yeah,
So I
I feel
honestly
like
give it an
I
A.
was gonna say Alolan Muck is an A, and then Standard Muck is
I think it's with Muck or with Grimer, so I'd give it a
a
C.
C. Yeah.
I think the forms do better because I also like how it has like little rocks for teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's very, it feels much more like alive as a Pokemon in comparison to just a ball of mud. Let's see.
Shelder and Cloyster.
Shelder's kind of a C for me.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a dude with his tongue out.
Now we should send a picture of Cloyster to Lauren and say, "Can you identify the clit, please?
Where's the clits?
Where's the clits? Where's the G spot?"
On the left.
I think I think B maybe for Cloyster because I do like the it is a good evolution I think to
Yeah.
Shelder. So
And
I'd give it
it's a
B.
pretty good Pokemon, like, just battle.
Oh yeah, it annoys the fuck out of me and go when I have to battle against it. So.
Ghastly.
I think Ghastly and Haunter are B.
Alright.
Even though Ghastly is just a ball, I don't know. I just have always I think its 2D sprites are a lot cooler than its 3D sprites.
Right.
But okay, I don't know if anybody else thought this, but when I was a kid, I thought Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar were just all one stage Pokemon. So the issue that I always had is I didn't realize they evolved into each other.
Oh my god.
Like in the anime, it made it just because they were all hanging out together. It made it seem like they were just all independent one-stage Pokemon.
I guess I could see that.
So I don't really see how Ghastly evolves into Haunter. I can see how Haunter evolves into Gengar.
Yeah. Which Gengar, Gigantamax Gengar is kind of gross.
So I like how it's like a fun house.
Yeah.
So I can't give it anything less than a B because I do like
give
it
a B. However,
Mega, the best thing the Mega did was save the shiny form and making it white.
So the reason that the shinies look so bad for Gengar nowadays, I actually saw a video on this the other day. When the transition to 3D happened, the saturation got fucked with. So,
right, so they desaturated.
Yeah, everything. So with the sprites, it was very easy to tell the difference between a standard Gengar and a shiny Gengar. Now it's just like kind of hot garbage.
Like I get why they did it. Now they did save it more in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee because they hiked that saturation right up in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But like I understand why, because in the game, I don't want to say realism because it's still a cartoon game, but they couldn't. I didn't think they wanted to make it as vibrant like the world. But Mega, I think is right there with Gigantamax. I've never really cared that much for it. And if you could you make an F tier so we could put Gengar in it?
I'm just fucking
with you because Fast Ravioli's gonna get mad there for a second. It's an S tier. I love Gengar. He's awesome.
Yeah, it's one of the staple Pokemon in the franchise. Like it's really fucking cool.
And you can never worry about him not being in a future game because is he Masuda's favorite Pokemon?
I think so, yeah.
There's like 20 Pokemon that will never not be in a game.
Right.
You know, like you have Pikachu, you got Eevee, you got Meowth, you got Gengar, you got Charizard. Like it's like there's all these Pokemon that Lucario will always be in a game.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's Pokemon you would never ever have to watch.
Onyx.
Onyx is saved more by its evolution, but on its own,
it's probably a B or a C.
B, C, somewhere around there. It wouldn't bother me. Looking at who we have in C, I think I'd have to give it a B.
Okay, yeah. I'm good with that.
Because I've always liked Onyx. I thought he was
cool. It's not a bad Pokemon, but it's just... it.
Look, it is a rock snake, but I think he's cool, so...
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta add a little bit of, like, it's cool factor to it.
Now, Drowsy, I think, is an A, and Hypno, I think, is a B.
Yeah.
Because I like Drowsy as a cool Tapir Pokemon, but then... Hypno's just kind
Hypno's
of
just
weird.
yeah, I don't like his nose.
He's super weird. Honestly, I'd probably give him a C though, but whatever.
You know what? Yeah, I'd give him a C. His nose is enough to fucking weird me out. Like the concept is cool, but like he's just weird.
He's one of those Pokemon where it's like, and he lures kids away.
Yeah, it's like bruh, why? Krabby is just a crab.
Krabby's a crab, but I love Krabby, dude.
I feel like he's B.
He's B. I love Krabby so much. I love the whole line, really.
Gigantamax Kingler.
I like Gigantamax.
I feel like it has an interesting concept too, because it has the bubble beard. Because the crabs actually do that. They'll make like the bubbles come out. So
in the anime, Krabby would bubble all the time. So honestly, Gigantamax Kingler to me is an A. I really like it. Kingler is also an A for me too.
Oh god, it's gonna take me longer. Crab. It's gonna take me longer to put these in place now because all the spaces are filling up.
I just really like Kingler. I think he's cool.
Yeah. So Hisuian Voltorb is A for me.
A. So both. Okay. So Hisuian is A. And then I think the rest are B for me because I was kind of disappointed in.
I was gonna say Hisuian Voltorb C for me because while yes, it's following the pattern of like, oh, it's just flipped upside down. They didn't even use the textures like the eyebrow textures in the Electrode.
Indented.
Yeah, like they didn't really use it properly.
It was sitting there like when I was playing through Legends, I was like, oh, sick. I can't wait to evolve my Voltorb because I really want to see what they're going to do. Because there's no way they're just going to do Electrode as just normal Electrode.
And then they just kind of
they just did.
So I think it's a C.
Yeah, it's because I was so disappointed in it.
Let's see.
But I do like how much Voltorb and Electrode bother people, so that's why I think it's a B for me, but Hisuian and Voltorb's cool.
Execute. Probably a
B or C, I think.
I was thinking B or C too. Probably B just for the fact that it's I don't know. This is a hard one. I don't know actually.
Yeah, I don't want to rank it lower than B, but I don't because it's just eggs. But I do like. Here's what I'll say: it's different than like Magneton, where they all have different personalities, and there's like a cracked one. So I'll give it a B.
Okay, yeah, and the fact that like if an Executor's head falls off, it becomes an Execute.
Yes.
Speaking of that, S tier,
fucking tier.
He is the best, and I love him.
Awesome. I love him. I love the joke that you can't see his head like in battle.
So he's
S tier. He's a fucking dragon, dude. It makes so like for it to be in the Alola region makes so much sense. And also, what's cool is lore. Basically, they hint in the lore is that this is the original Execute.
Executor. So like, if anything, Cantonian Executor is the wrong one at this point.
Yeah, can't they say in Executor's original Pokédex entry, it's like it came from a region far away.
Yeah.
So, Alolan one is in my headcanon, it's the original form. So that thing is fucking S tier all day, baby.
I feel like Kanto B. I was gonna give it an A because it's even though it's not as fun as Alolan.
Okay, A. I think it's better. I think it's a good evolution. So I have to give it one.
It's a very fun Pokemon. Like when you actually use it.
Charlie Parker, Scarlet and Violet's 1 week away, not a couple weeks.
I want it right now! I keep looking at the leaks and I'm like, I want. What Pokemon are you? What starter are you gonna pick?
Actually.
Okay.
We've talked about this. You're like, oh, everybody hates Quackly's evolution.
Well, I like it now.
Oh, it's probably don't answer this, but it's just probably gonna be like a Captain Bird Pokemon. Like it's clearly its inspiration. It has a little hat, has a little sailor hat. Like it's clearly what way they're going with it.
Do you want me to answer yes or no if that's what the inspiration is?
No. So Cubone and Marowak are both A's for me, but Alolan Marowak is S tier.
S tier, yes. Absolutely.
One of the coolest redesigns, but I think both of them are A tier. But
I
also,
feel like
I like them in the story, but
I was gonna say I feel like with Sun and Moon they went fucking hard for the regional forms. Like they
hmm
put all their fucking effort into these regional forms right here.
Joe, it was supposed to be one of the main gimmicks, so you would imagine that why they would. The Hitmons I'd give C. I don't like them. I've never really liked them.
They're just kind of guys.
Kind of
Kinda
guys
great.
being dudes.
Guys being dudes. Also, you hear me chewing?
You hear me chewing? Yeah. What did we talk about before we started this stream?
Slash says that I eat in every stream. I don't think that's
watch
true.
any stream with Cybersweek, and they will always be eating. At one point.
I'm fat. What do you want from me?
Oh, shut up. Anyway, Lickitung, I like how weird it is.
I'd give it a B.
I fucking hate Licky Licky, so I'd give Lickitung a B.
Yeah, Lickiting's a B, and when we get to Licky Licky, I feel like he's a C. Coughing.
Coughing, I like. I kind of like everyone in this line. I think it's so. As far as my rankings of the trash, like the pollution Pokemon, it's Garbodor line first.
Yes.
Garbage and Garbodor #1, and then
I never really use coughing that much, so I'd probably
I
give
don't
it like
use
a...
coughing. I like how it's. I think it in the like in the Kanto games. I think it pulls off the pollution thing better than Muck and Grimer.
Right.
So I'd have to give them both E, and I like Galarian wheezing, so I'm gonna give it an A.
I love
like
his
its top
hats.
hat,
I was
and
gonna
it's
say.
and it's a but it's a chimney stack too. So
Rhyhorn and Rhydon are easily A's for me.
A, yeah, big time. Rhyhorn is one of my more favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. I love its plates, like its plate armor and everything. Like, Rhydon doesn't really do it to... I think Rhydon has sort of lost a little bit of luster in its 3D sprite, and its 1D sprite, it was super cool.
Rhydon's one of my favorite Pokemon, so...
Yeah. And I people don't agree with me, but I love Rhyperior, but we can continue.
It's,
I just want to say this, it's funny, but, like, Magmar, Rhydon, and why am I blanking on? Elekid's evolution.
Oh, what is it? Electivire, Magmortar, and
Electivire.
Rhyperior, yeah.
No, but what I mean though is like not Elekid, and then what's the next one? I'm like
Electabuzz?
super nervous. Something. Electabuzz, thank you. Electabuzz, Magmar, and Rhydon, their evolutions are basically just megas. Like you could if they didn't introduce them in Phase and Gen 4 and then just did them in Gen 6 as megas, I'd be like, yep, those are megas.
Those are megas, yeah. Also, I find it interesting how Jinx tends to be a companion Pokemon with Electabuzz and Magmar.
And they just went, nope.
Yeah, they're like, we're
nope.
not gonna do this.
We're not gonna touch that. Yeah, it is kind of sad it didn't give an evolution because it gets a baby Pokemon in Gen 2, but it's like, yeah, she's a bit of a problem. Let's get rid of her.
Chansey.
B?
Yeah, I'm thinking B. I noticed B is like our average Pokemon.
Yeah.
Tangela is a C for me.
Yeah, I think the execution could have been better. I don't like its boots.
Well, I like his little boots. Okay, Mega Kangaskhan is S tier because I remember the reaction that people saw when they first saw Mega Kangaskhan. I think it's S tier.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to find that now. Hold on a second.
It is. It makes so when you actually think about it, it makes total sense as to why it's as to why it's the way it is. You know what I mean? Like why it's a mega.
Hold on, I need to show everybody this.
Because it has a baby. It has a baby in its stomach, like in its pouch. What's gonna happen when it mega evolves? You know?
Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw this 9 years ago, not in person, but when they revealed this. This was the hypest thing ever.
Pikachu's wearing like a Native American headdress. Turn it up a little bit.
This was so hype.
So Kangaskhan here will mega evolve into Mega Kangaskhan. Let's take a look.
I still get chills from it. It's so good. It's such a good reveal.
Yeah,
Oh
like
my
I said,
God.
like when I first saw it, I'm like, that's kind of disappointing because nothing changes besides the baby coming out. But then you realize,
It makes
like, what else
perfect
is going
sense.
to happen?
It
though.
makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. I'll give it an S tier.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I like both. I'd give them both S tiers. I think.
Yeah. Kangaskhan is a pretty good Pokemon too, so yeah. Yeah, no, I have chills right now from that video because it's still just I'd say that video is one of the epitomes of just, holy shit, this is a great moment in Pokemon history.
And I would give Horsey an A.
Yeah, he's
I
a
would
little
give
guy.
Seadra like a D because I think Seadra sucks.
Um,
Kingdra is awesome.
Yeah, it's not really.
It just
an
never
angry,
felt like
an
I'm
angry
happy it got an
Horsey.
evolution because it never felt like a final evolution to me.
Oh
like
yeah,
it just
Cookie Whoopie Pie, the baby, is also a Kangaskhan. They're both Kangaskhan's.
no, it's a Cubone.
Stop. This isn't Pokemon conspiracy theory time. Yet. Goldeen.
Goldeen and Seaking, I see
Kinda
these. I
yeah.
don't care for them.
They're Pokemon I usually only catch if
They're
I
pretty.
have to do a Pokedex.
I like Goldeen. I think it's pretty, and I like it's in the anime. But they're just like weird gold koi fish. So whatever.
Now, Starmie and Staryu, I feel like they're both B.
Yeah, I like Star U a lot better, but I think they're both B. I think they're fine. I think they're average Pokemon. I think they're good.
Mr. Mime Galarian. I think I want to give it an A, honestly, because of how they completely redesigned the concept of it.
Yeah, I think I give him an A and Cantonian a C.
I don't,
'cause
yeah.
Mr. Mime always creeped me out.
Yeah, so, like, Galarian, Mr. Mime...
He
like,
doesn't
he's a-
seem as creepy, though.
Yeah, and he's a
Like,
little
he
tap
doesn't...
dancer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Scyther is probably A
A.
tier. Yeah.
A, yeah.
Jinx is,
Just put Jinx in D tier and
yeah,
move on.
nobody, yeah. Electabuzz,
Electabuzz and Magmar are A for me. Love both of those things.
I can agree with Electabuzz. I think Magmar's a B because I don't like his butt head.
Oh, but he's a fire duck. He's
But he's
awesome.
got a weird
Use him
head.
Use him in Gen 2, dude. He crushes with fire. Like, if you ever play Gen 2, you need an Ampharos, you need a Magmar on your team. You got Thunder Punch, you got Fire Punch, you fucking wreck everybody with it. Okay, we'll go B. God.
Listen, B for butthead.
You're a butthead.
Yeah, well.
Uh,
Mega, Pinsir.
S, maybe? I think Mega Pinsir is pretty sick.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe,
pretty
I was
sick.
thinking maybe A, but...
Yeah, like, I do really like it. Like, I like how now... So, it used to be the companion Pokemon, or the counterpart to Scyther, but now it's Heracross.
Mhm.
So I like how it becomes like the bug flying, and then you have bug fighting
Yeah.
with Heracross. So yeah, I think A. Yeah,
I don't know about
I like
Standard.
its big horns. Standard's probably A. I think Pinsir's cool.
It is pretty cool. Tauros.
B,
B?
maybe C, B.
C. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see C.
It's just a bull with whips. Like it's fine, but
Magikarp is B, at the very least.
Magikarp's B. Mega Gyarados, when I first saw it, I really liked it because it looks like those cool sort of Eastern ships, like
Mhm.
from the side. I think both are A. I think both Gyaradoses are A.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm
Now-
getting Scarlet.
I am also getting Scarlet, probably. So Gigantamax Lapras is an A, but normal Lapras is S tier, double, triple plus S tier. It's one of the best Pokemon of all time. So
He's a
put that
little
thing up in S
guy.
tier.
He's a little
Put,
fella.
put her up in S tier and let's just move on.
What did you say, my love?
Child.
We're not rating Mimikyu yet. We're not
It's
there
me, Mr. Squeak.
yet. Mr.
Meh.
Squeaky. Yeah, I could agree. I could agree with S tier. It's pretty cool. It's a Plesiosaur. He's cool. Ditto.
No, it's like I'm shocked it's a Gen 1 design because it's amazing.
Right. Ditto.
I like the concept, so I'd give it a B. Like,
Yeah.
And I like the sort of, I don't know if it's ever been official, but because you find it like where they built Mewtwo, it's like and how Mew has all the DNA of every other Pokemon. Like
I like that
Ditto
theory a lot.
is
Actually.
basically just like deformed tries at cloning Mew, so I think it's B. Ever seen the evolution it was gonna get?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Weird as shit. You would trade it with a steel coat, and it would become a steel type, and it would have like a pointy hit. It was so weird. It doesn't need an evolution. It's a gimmick Pokemon that changes into everybody else.
Eevee, the Gigantamax Eevee is a D for me. It doesn't do anything besides make it fluffier.
I think it's cute, but I'd probably give it a C.
Yeah, I can do C. It's different from Gigantamax Pikachu because like Eevees always kind of look the same. So it can't go back on like, oh well, it's just like big because of the past. No, it's just made itself really fluffy, and it's like that's cute, but eh.
So Eevee is A. Vaporeon is S for me. I love Vaporeon.
Same.
It
You know
is
what they
awesome.
say about Vaporeon? Oh god.
And then Jolteon is A, and Flareon is honestly my least favorite of all the evolutions. I just
Probably
like
a
I
B.
get it's a B. Like I get why it looks fluffy like that, but it doesn't look like fire. It just looks like fluff. So like
Yeah.
it just sort of like if it was tweaked more, I would like it more. But Vaporeon is my favorite evolution. I love the way Vaporeon looks.
Porygon for me is an A. I really like Porygon.
I was gonna say B. I think it's just like see, but like I like that it's man. Like I like how they introduce how like man can just make Pokemon. I think it is improved with its line.
Mm.
How it's like like an older sort of design, and they make it new, and then they sort of there's a virus in the third one. I don't think I can go any higher than B. What do you think?
I see. I'm biased because like Porygon is one of those Pokemon that really like I really am drawn to, and I don't know why. I just think that the concept is neat. It can move through cyberspace. It's
Oh,
little
there
duck-
we go. Now we know why you like it. It can move through cyberspace.
Yes.
Okay, we put it in A. Jeez.
You fucking kidding me?
Oh my fucking word.
We're almost done, Gen 1.
Yeah.
Ammonite.
Ammonite is
I'm gonna say a B or a C.
E. I'm gonna star as C because I don't like it.
Kabuto is at least a B or higher for me because he's cool.
So Kabuto is Kabutops is an A for me because
Yes.
he's cool, and I think I'd have to put Kabuto as a B.
Yeah, I can agree with
I
that.
like both of those fossil Pokemon. I just think they're cool as average Pokemon, but Kabutops is sick.
So,
B for me. I dislike Mega Aerodactyl.
I was gonna say Mega Aerodactyl's at the very least
so disappointing.
It's a D. Aerodactyl itself though is probably an A.
E or A. I do like Aerodactyl. A. Give it an A. I like it.
It's a dinosaur. It's cool.
I just think its Mega does it dirty. But
It really
whatever.
does.
C, I think, for Gigantamax Snorlax.
You don't like Gigantamax Snorlax?
So, it's just like... I get it. Like, I understand it. But maybe a B. Like, I just feel like it's one of my more least favorite Gigantamaxes.
Yeah, I just like the concept that it's like it's so lazy that like a whole fucking like
Right.
area grew on it.
Right. How many
Standards.
Pokemon are there now? You mean like in total? Because before Scarlet and Violet, it's 906. Well, technically, so if you take all the different forms, not like all the Spinda forms and all the Vivian forms and stuff like that, but if you take just like all the different redesigns, forms, Megas, Gigantamax, stuff like that, there's like 1,300. But like official Dex numbers, we're at 905 or 906. But that's before Scarlet and Violet comes out because it's not official till next week. So, normal Snorlax I think is a B too. I think he's cool
pretty
and
cool.
cute.
He's a guy.
He's a tank.
Okay, so Galarian Articuno is S tier for me.
All the Galarian birds are S tier for
They're
me.
cool as fuck.
They're sick. I honestly Zapdos I think is my favorite out of them, but I love Articuno's
I love
sass,
Moltres.
and Moltres is cool. And then the normal ones Moltres
They're
is the one I
probably
dislike
A.
most, so I'd probably give B. But Zapdos is the only A one for me, and I feel like Articuno and Moltres are B. But I think we can compromise, put all of them in A.
Yeah, because it's like they're legendaries too, so it's
Yeah.
like they got a lot of viability.
You
Alright.
all know about the Vaporeon copy pasta.
Stop! I referenced that earlier, Vast, and I was like, you know what they say about Vaporeon.
Oh, I didn't pick that up. We can talk about it after. It's fine.
That's why my husband was like, no! Dratini? Probably.
Cybersqueak is no longer my friend. I am
my
now
God.
friends with Mr. Cybersqueak. Dratini and Dragonair are A for me.
Mm.
And I love, they're great evolution. I love Dragonite. I love it. It's almost S tier for me, but as an evolution to
It's
Dragonite
weird.
is really weird. So I think the whole line probably just goes in A.
Yeah, they're all pretty good.
If Dragonite had a different pre-evolution line, it'd probably be S tier because he's a big dumpy dragon that you just want to be friends with.
He's a goofy doofy baby.
The whole concept doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah.
So, and but Dragonite is cool. So I just can't give it an S. But I think I like the whole line. It's one of my more favorite pseudo legendaries. So
Mega
I think
Mewtwo...
I just love the dumpy dragon ones because Gumi and Gudra
I love
and Slugma
Gudra!
are all my favorite too. So
Gudra's so cute.
so
Mega Mewtwo X is probably
X.
a C.
C, Y is B, and normal Mewtwo's an S because he's bad fucking ass.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason he's in like every game. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's kind of up there with Charizard as being really annoying sometimes because he's super
Everywhere.
everywhere. Mew I think is an A. I like Mew. I think she's cute.
Mew's one of my favorite Pokemon, so I'm biased and think it's an S tier. But I can go A, I guess.
I think I have to go A, even though I really like Mew.
That's Gen 1.
It's hard. Mythical Pokemon are hard for me because we never really get them. We get to see
Right.
them in movies and shit, but they don't ever distribute them. And so it's I never got to really play with Mew. You know what I mean? I think
Right.
it would be different if if we could actually get Mew under that goddamn truck. You know what I mean?
So yeah,
okay,
that's Gen 1.
That's Gen 1. So do you want to reveal our Fakemon?
Yeah, I actually have to go to the bathroom again, so I'll put your first form up and you could explain that.
Okay, well, okay. Well, don't put anything up yet. If you
Okay.
have, I don't know if you. I'll explain what we were doing, and then when you get back, we'll unveil them.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, what I had said earlier, a month ago, Cybersqueak and I were talking. We wanted to rank our Pokemon before Scarlet and Violet comes out. Now we probably won't get through everything before it comes out, based on schedules and stuff. We'll probably get maybe up to 4 or 5, and then do 6, 7, and 8 after. But we'll see. It depends on how, if Cyber wants to stream or if I want to stream. But anyway, we both like to doodle and draw and stuff. So I ran a randomizer that gives you a prompt, a Pokemon Fakemon prompt. Now, if you don't know what a Fakemon is, it's just the term for a fan-made Pokemon. So fake, as in it's not a real Pokemon, so Fakemon. So I did a prompt where it gives you a type of animal, and then it gives you, or concept, and it gives you the typing. So for our first prompt, we had to each design a Steel Fairy Cougar type. So Steel Fairy type, but a Cougar Pokemon. So instead of just doing the one, we both ended up doing a 2-stage line. And we, like I said before, we both took wildly different. I was worried that Steel Fairy, we're just gonna make Steel Cougars, you know what I mean? But we both took very differing things. Now, we're not obviously official artists and stuff like that. I think our art's pretty good, but they work better once we explain you our concepts too. So, Cookie Whoopie Pie, I will. I have to find it again. I will have Cybersqueak link it in the description for you, Cookie Whoopie Pie. So when we're done, you can go on there. Are you back yet? Okay. So I can't see when you have it up, but there we go. Oh, I get you. I can see them, but they can't. Okay. So, just before we show these, there is a YouTuber named Subjectively who does Pokemon art, and he's absolutely amazing. His Pokemon art, his designs and concept, I wish were in the games. he has a Pokedex page that he shows them off on, like his own made, and I loved it so much because it like I tried to make a Pokedex page and it didn't work. I tried to use free ones online. So I did take his to use. So the Pokedex pages, the design is not ours. It's subjectively. So I wanted to say that now. It's just it works so well in showing you. It allows you to have like an entry in it, the name, the type, the size, the stats, everything. It's really well constructed. So that's why we have it like that. So, yep, yep. Okay, so my stage 1 Pokemon, his name is Kitsy. So it's a fairy type. So it's a mix between kitten or kit and pixie. So Kitsy. So it's a pure fairy type. So in my fake region, we have different regions.
Yeah, we
it
basically
is-
invented regions for this shit too.
Yeah. So how I wanted to do it is it starts out as a pure fairy type. So Kitsy is just pure fairy. It's my region is based more on the Western United States, like Western America. So Gen 5 is Unova, which is based on like New York. It's America, but it's mainly New York. So I wanted to have a region next to Unova. So this is based off of a cougar cub. And a lot of the design comes from sort of Native American-ish. You'll see more in its in its fully evolved form. So it obviously has spots and stuff. So it is my Pokedex entry that I had for it is Kitsy, the mountain cub Pokemon. Rarely leaving the mountain on which it is born, Kitsy is rarely seen in the wild. From what observations have been made, Kitsy's are very proficient hunters, having been taught by older Cougars, which is its fully evolved form, of their pack. Kitsy's mainly hunt young Terrahogs, which you guys haven't seen Terrahog yet. Kitsy will use their whip-like tails to stun their prey. Kitsy's can be very headstrong and hard to train, but once won over, Kitsy's will stop at nothing to help its trainer win. So it has like standard stats. It's more like a special attacker because it's fairy. But I tied in more. I didn't want it to just look like a cub, but the face paint, it's not paint, it's actual like fur design on its face has that color in it. And if you see its little tuft of hair in the forehead, it ties into its
I love his
fully
little
evolved
hair
form.
tuft. All right, you want me to go to the Cougar?
So let's go to its fully evolved form,
I love
which is
Cougar.
which is Cougar. So it's Cougar mixed with Ore because it's a steel type, and it also works as Gore because it's a cougar that hunts. So Cougar, the mountain cat Pokemon, making its home on Mount Koda, which is the thing. Cougar gains the Steel type upon evolution due to hunting the smaller species of Pokemon who eat vegetation grown in the iron-rich soil of the mountain. The fur is as tough as metal, which it grooms into spikes along its spine to protect itself from surprise attacks. Cougar seeks out Braviaries to fight in order to prove itself. If successful, Cougar will display a feather from its defeating foe on its tail. The more feathers, the tougher the Cougar. It is said dream catchers were modeled off of Cougar's tail. Coming across a Cougar in the wild is seen as a good omen, as it does not normally show itself to trainers.
I love the fucking Dreamcatcher tail so much.
So I based this off, like I said, because it's sort of Western and sort of more Native American based. I looked up, like I did a lot of research on sort of like how they would do face paint and things like that. So like the blue and the red is more warrior like, and I did designs like that. But it's also based off of a cougar in Native American mythology, which is, I can't pronounce the actual native word for it, but it translates to water cougar. So the water cougar kind of looks like a cougar and an alligator kind of mixed together, where it has spikes along its back. So instead of just having a cougar with spikes, what I wanted to do was make its fur steel, that it grooms like a cat and licks it up into spikes.
Which is so fucking good.
So the spikes and everything on its back and on its head are its fur just licked up into spikes, and then its Dreamcatcher tail. A lot of the times, like in the Pokemon world, like ice cream and stuff. Why am I blanking on the ice cream name now? I'm like trying to think so much that I'm like going
Vanillite.
crazy. Vanillite. So in the world, Vanillite is not based on ice cream. They based ice cream off of Vanillite. So this is what I'm going with, where like its tail, because it just happens to display feathers of Braviaries, which is already a Pokemon which is native to the Unova region, because the regions next to each other. it fights as a big cat fights big birds, and if it wins, it keeps a feather in its tail. So it just happens to come off the imagery of the Dreamcatcher, which I really loved. Um, and then, like I said, the spikes are supposed to emulate the water cougar, and then I did 2 spikes on its head because the water cougar has antlers, but I didn't again want it to give it antlers, so I did it like it had 2 licked spikes up on its head. So that is Cougar. So that is my fairy steel
God,
cougar
I love yours.
and Kitsy. I like Kitsy better, the art that I did, and Cougar has more like a straight lined face because it's more steel type.
I was gonna say
see
you could see
Kitsy
like the angular like
round.
steel typing.
Right. So I hope you guys like it.
Now mine
And- yeah. Sorry.
completely
I'm
we
done.
have completely different concepts, and I
Which
like
I was
this.
happy with.
So mine was Automa, the Robo-Cub Pokemon. Never straying far from human settlements, this man-made Pokemon was originally built as a service Pokemon. However, its somewhat headstrong and overly protective nature ended the experiment in failure. If a trainer manages to capture one, they're guaranteed a loyal but aloof companion. Despite their mechanical nature, their population is steady. So this is like a man-made Pokemon that like it was like kind of like Porygon, where it's like it's a man-made one that didn't really succeed at what they wanted it to do, but now it's just kind of like a wild Pokemon running around. So, I don't know why when I thought Steel type, I immediately thought like robot, but I was just like, yeah, fuck it, fucking robot cougar, that's fine. And I didn't do stats because I was just like, I have no fucking idea what stats I
Oh
want to
wait,
do.
I didn't do my abilities.
Oh
I
shit!
Gave them...
All right, hold on. Yeah, we'll go back real quick.
Kitsy, so these are all new abilities. So Kitsy has the ability Quick Feet, which boosts the speed if the Pokemon has a status condition. So it's supposed to be like, because it's headstrong and defiant. And then Cougar's, its signature ability is Sharp Claws. So it's landing a physical attack prevents the opposing Pokemon from fleeing or being recalled. So it's kind of like Shadow Tag.
Yeah.
But Cougar has to hit you with because it's supposed to be that its claws are so sharp from being metal that you can't escape. So
The concept of that is fucking terrifying. Like you're fucked.
Right, but I didn't want to make it too OP like Shadow Tag, so I was like, he has to hit you with a physical move in order to activate that ability. So anyway.
So Automa, from Automatic and Puma, it has Motor Drive, which it raises its speed if hit by an electric type move, because that's the reason they stick around like settlements and stuff, is because they're like, oh, I have to stay recharged. So I figured electric type moves would probably benefit it more than anything else. And now Automa evolves into Feisheen. It's the Guardian Pokemon. That its robotic
Which
form...
I fucking love this thing so much.
I'm pretty proud of how this one came out, actually.
Like how you kept that, you had that like patch on its back that now is open. Like you just did an amazing job.
Well, thank you. Its robotic form has been completely overwhelmed by the powers of nature. In the wild, they are guardians of their territory, ensuring no harm or pollution befalls it. Under the care of a trainer, they use their wings to purify and protect the environment around their trainer and the trainer themselves. So the whole theme I went for here was like man versus like nature. So the Feisheen is just nature winning and taking over like the man-made Pokemon and making it into something better. And it has the ability Natural Cure, which all status conditions heal when the Pokemon switches out. Since I said it's a pure, it's kind of like Suicune in that it's like a purifying Pokemon, but like not as specific.
And like I said, I'm so happy we came to different concepts and one I like is that Automa is Steel and then evolves into Steel Fairy, and Kitsy is Fairy and evolves into Steel Fairy. So like we even went different with our concepts for our pre-evolved forms, like their types into what. I also forgot Kitsy evolves at level 30 as long as there's another Steel type in its party, and the idea is that, like I said, because it eats, it hunts other Pokemon that live on that mountain. The mountain is very like iron ore rich. It like sort of gets all that iron ore stored up in its system as it hunts the other Pokemon. So once it evolves, it gains the Steel type.
For Automa, I didn't put it on here, but I figured since the seed items that activate with the terrains, you don't get them until later on in the game. I figured a good evolution method would be like have it holding a Misty Seed and level up. So it wouldn't be like you get a Feisheen like immediately in the region. Like you have to go through the game a little bit and then you get a Misty Seed. Have it hold the Misty Seed and then level it up and it'll evolve.
So I hope you guys liked that. We had a lot of fun. We gave ourselves a week, and we changed our concepts a lot and went through some stuff, and it was a lot of fun.
Yes, yeah, this was fun.
I already have a couple of different ones done already.
Yeah,
which I would love to share,
Slash has been making like fucking like 20 Pokemon over here, and I'm just like, I'm still in the concepts for next week.
Oh, finished ones I only have 2, but we need to our next week one. I haven't even started on what we are supposed to be doing for next week, but
yeah, next week is regional birds, so I hope you guys are ready for that.
Yeah.
I'm fucking ready for that. I have a great concept.
You really do. Like when you told me that, I was like, fuck.
And I hope you know the shiny for the birds. It's gonna be for the other team, the other bird team.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah. Well,
so yeah, I hope you guys liked our designs. I like I said, they're so different. Like I said, I was worried that we were both just gonna do like mechanical cats, but we did a lot of research in like concept design. Like I said, I love the exposed wires in Feishina, I guess. I don't know why I'm saying Feishina, but I love like the wire wrapped around its leg, and like I said, how that back panel opens to expose like the wings and stuff.
Yeah, it was
just really cool, and the transparency of the wings.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be more like it's projecting the wings than anything else, but yeah, it's I'm pretty proud of it, and I love Kugor's fucking Dreamcatcher tail. It's so fucking cool. And the fact that you put a little blue feather in there for a shiny Braviary. Yeah,
I didn't want to do another form of Braviary because it's supposed to be America, so like Braviary is the bald eagle Pokemon, so
right.
I didn't want to do like a Hisui one, but yeah, I was worried that like just doing a circular tail like that just like would look weird, but I think it came out kind of okay. It's supposed to be like it's frozen in time almost. Like
yeah,
it doesn't keep its tail like that, but just the art shows it like that.
Like it looks like a position it would keep often, but not like at all times. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe it's like its defensive posture. Like it's like, hey, I'm fucking showing off that I'm dangerous.
Like you saw my early design where I was just giving it spikes on its back, and I went, I just don't want to do like cat with spikes. So then I think you said, well, like I sort of did hair, and then you were like, oh, they're social animals and they groom each other and all this other stuff, and I was like, that makes perfect sense. And then we went up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is fun. I'm excited for next week to show off next week's. Do you want to do Gen 2 or do you want to call it here?
We could probably just call it here. Maybe I think it took us a little longer and all this stuff. So
okay.
I think I need to go shopping anyway. So
you're gonna go out there with all these other fucking guys.
Yeah, I thought we'd be done by 3, and we probably can't get through Gen 2 in a half hour. It's a week, so then we have 7 weeks where we'll have 7 concepts to show off every week.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks a whole bunch. I know this isn't like the standard like stream that we usually do. It's just like Pokemon and stuff, but I figured it'd be fun to talk about it because, Scarlet and Violet in a week and I can't stop thinking about it and I'm literally sitting up at night like I want the fucking game.
I know. We're like Cartman in that South Park episode.
Oh my god. We're just going to freeze ourselves, yeah.
We wake up in the year 2538 or something like, no, where's my Switch at? Like,
where's Scarlet?
Don't you understand? Everybody you know is dead. I don't care. Where's the Switch? Like, even though like 50 Pokemon games have come out since then, we're like, I need to play Scarlet and Violet.
Oh my god.
Like, Pokemon exists now in 2050.
Holy shit. You know what? Maybe I do want to freeze myself because that sounds dope. Well, I will see all y'all next time, and thanks for stopping by. Bye.
Bye.